Hey guys, CFAR here, and welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved. So as you guys saw in the opening montage, I've made my way back to Carno Island with the hopes of finding a female Argentavis. Now don't get me wrong, we did end up getting some pretty good stuff, including some saddles, we've killed some alphas, we got a few levels, which I'll talk about here in a minute. We got some pretty good stuff, but ultimately, at the end of the day, the best thing I can come across was a male 145 Argent. So yet again, we have another male to add to the group. Now, let's talk about the levels for a second, because yes, we do have a total of 7 points available. Now, in the opening montage, you did see that we killed a total of 3 different alphas. I think it was 2 alpha raptors and 1 alpha carno. Problem is, when we went to kill the first alpha, I still had my XP buff from the last episode, and I think ultimately that's really what put us over the top. But that being said, we do have a total of 7 points to spend here. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put all 7 into weight. Now, I usually like to try to get up to 500 weight for a series, and pretty much we'll be right about there. So let's go ahead and do that. We are currently level... Oh, it didn't tell me. We're level 73. Okay, let's have a quick look here. Yeah, in orbit camera, I totally forgot. It's kind of like it's kind of like the HUD is turned off. But let's drop down to level 73 and see what we've actually unlocked here. So, we have the large elevator platform, the Megalania saddle, which I've always found interesting is so late in the game. You guys can let me know in the comments below, why is this so late? Now, to give you guys a comparison here, level 71 is the Spino. Level 74 is the Rex, the Andrewsarchus, and the Desmodus. So why level 73? That seems a little crazy in my opinion. But you guys can let me know in the comments below. Let's keep moving up here, see if there's anything interesting. The Theory, cool. The Mana, okay. All the hazard gear we have unlocked now. We have the Industrial Grinder, we have the Tropio saddle, we have the Carcano saddle. Okay, so nothing actually pretty interesting. I would say probably level 74 and on is when we get into the real interesting stuff, and we'll get to that here eventually, let's put it that way. Now, looking over the stuff that we got, let's head back over to Fluffs, which I believe I've left them over here. Yeah, so it's the next day recording, guys, which is why I'm a little unsure where I've left Fluffs. I'm unsure of which alphas we've killed, all that, but long story short, we ended up getting some pretty good stuff. So, okay, so it ended up being 4. 2 alpha raptors, 2 alpha carnos, okay. Now, we ended up getting this Mastercraft Anky saddle, we ended up getting this really good carno saddle, 145 Ascendant saddle, really good. We ended up getting some armor, we got a GPS, we've gotten a couple of really good picks and stuff along the way, which, speaking of which, I actually haven't checked this yet. This one is 163 with 59 durability. This one is 58 durability with 119. Okay, so this one's better. Not much better durability-wise. It's 1 point more, but you know what? It is what it is. We also have a backup. We also got ourselves 2 metal sickles, which is kind of interesting too. Both primitive, 127 with 58 durability, and then 69 durability, 105. Got ourselves a journeyman shotgun. Got ourselves a little bit of loot and everything here. Pretty interesting. The 2 biggest things I want to talk about today are obviously the Anky saddle and the Doedicarus saddle, because I think we are at that point, guys. I think it would be a good idea to potentially go for some of the harvesting dinos today, being the Anky and being the Doedicarus. And the reason for that is I'm still on the fence about making that long neck rifle. Now, it takes 1,100 metal, but it is a long neck and it's 240 damage. The durability's not great, but at the same time, I don't know. You guys can let me know in the comments. Maybe what we'll do is we'll get a Mind Wipe tonic, put it all into crafting to hope to get a nice little boost on it. Maybe that's what we'll do for the durability. I don't know yet. But if we are potentially going to go that route of going for that 1,000 metal, essentially, we're going to need an Anky. Now, I know you guys already in the comments are going to say, oh, we're heading over to Genesis. We're getting our X-Anky. No, we're not. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to hang out on the island today. We're going to see if we can find ourselves a normal Anky. I'm going to be honest. Doing Carno Island this long, I think the game is simply telling me, right now, you're just going to get male Argents. It's just the way that it is. We're not going to worry about breeding the Argents. Instead, we're going to focus on just getting ourselves Ankys and Doedicaruses today, essentially. Honestly, I think at the end of the day, I'm kind of looking at it as, well, I guess we'll kind of just leave it be. We'll kind of just let bygones be bygones. We'll use the normal Argent. Now I'll just have to choose between 3 males which one I want to use. But kind of the same thing with the Anky and the Doedicurus. I actually don't think I'm going to bother with breeding them yet, because, maybe the Doedicurus, actually, because there's no variant of it or anything like that. But when it does come to the Anky, I probably do want to wait until we go over and get some X-Ankies. Personally, I think that's just going to be a little bit better. Is that a white drop on top of the mountain, or is that a yellow drop? It's a little tough. It's a yellow drop. Let's go. Oh, man. Loot Goblin is back. I saw that from the corner of my eye. Yeah, no, that's going to be a yellow drop. Sweet. Okay, let's see if we can get access to that. Another reason why I don't want to go over to Genesis and stuff like that, I do want to hang out on the island here a little bit. I am getting a little antsy when it comes to when the hell is ASA coming out for console and everything, so I do want to hang out on the island as much as I can. I know we're going to be doing that with ASA still, but I don't know. I really do enjoy this map. I really like it. I feel like, in my sense, I do underappreciate this map a little bit, and I don't spend a lot of time on this map in traditional series. I usually just jump around here, there, everywhere, and mostly I'll end up on the maps where we know we're going to find a 150 Anky, like, pretty much right away. So, I don't know. But let's get to this drop. Let's see if we can, long story short, get up here. I know it's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. Watch, it's going to go away right when we get there. That usually seems to happen. Nope, it's right there. Come on. There we go, sweet. Nope, stay, stay. No, 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 no. Come on. Really? An advanced bullet? Oh my god. We will check out that blue drop down there, only because it's blue with a ring around it. I gotta say, I know the Maywing's not supposed to be on the island. I know we went over to Genesis 2 to get this thing. I freaking love this thing. I don't know what it is. It's just the speed, really, at the end of the day. Oh, I don't want to hit that Explorer note. We've gotten plenty of Explorer notes at this point. Let's get you... Really? What did I just hear? Oh, I did hear something. Oh, shit. Okay. Ah, I stole the Measure Berries. Where'd it go? Did it fall? Yeah, I don't know where it went. Interesting. I thought it fell, but I don't think the Sarco would have gotten to it right away if it did fall. Well, anyways, he got a nice little prize of 98 measures. But anyways, we're going to go ahead. We're going to make our way back to base at this point, because I do want to drop all this stuff off. I want to do a little bit of organization. And then, of course, we'll basically head back up to this area. Like I said, we're going to be looking for Ankies. We're going to be looking for Doedicuruses. Now, what's nice about the Doedicurus is, yes, it's a blueprint. It doesn't take much, though. It only takes 62 metal, which is not too bad. To be honest, we might not actually have that. Oh, man. So maybe what we'll do is we'll focus on the Anky first, because the Anky's going to be... It's just going to make it so much easier to get ourselves metal, so I think that's what we'll do. But let's head back, let's drop some stuff off, then we'll head back up this way. We'll see if we can find an Anky and a Doedicurus to tame. You know what? I think we're going to take a little bit of a detour for a second, because if there is an Anky here and there's a high-level one, we might as well knock it out now, because by the time we head back to Herbivore Island, or we head back home to drop stuff off, then we come back here, there's a chance that it'll be ready to fully tame. So let me have a quick look here on Herbivore. I actually don't see any, which is kind of weird. Oh, there we go. Hey, there's our first... No, 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 no. Okay. Level 15 and 55. Son of a bitch. Okay. Nope. All right. I don't think I really saw any others, if I'm going to be honest. We'll check this area again, because this is the first time I'm checking this area out in this series. So there is a chance that not everything has spawned in yet. And I didn't mean to go into the water. Ooh, we have another one over here. I mean, if you're just going to hang out on this island... 95. Better. Not good enough, though. All right. Well, let's head back to base. Let's drop some stuff off, and we'll figure this all out. So first area we're going to check out is the Mosh Pit, and we actually have an Alpha Rex down here, which is kind of cool. It's level 75. Maybe we'll get the Ravagers out here and see if they can take that thing out. What's nice about this area is there's just a ton of different creatures. Now, unfortunately, I don't see any Ankys right now, but there is a Doedicurus here. It's level 10. Okay, never mind about that, but yeah, you know what? Screw it. Let's go ahead and try to take out this Alpha, but first things first, let's go ahead and... Ooh, we got some Ankys over here. That would actually be pretty convenient, right? What level are you? 10. What level are you? 60. No. Alright. Well, let's get you in the meantime. Hey, a Stego Saddle. Cool. Alright. But yeah, I think we're going to take on this Alpha. Be kind of interesting to see how this goes. Usually, like I said, we've taken out a lot of Carnos, we've taken out a lot of Raptors. I think we've taken out an Alpha Rex, but I'm going to be honest, I'm pretty sure the Alpha Rex that we took out was like a level 15 or something like that, so it's not like it was really too crazy. This one being a 75, of course, but let's see how this goes. Let's get the Power Ravagers out here. And by the way, you guys haven't seen the episode yet with the Ravagers or anything, so I don't know how you guys are feeling about this. I personally like it. I think it's funny. Every time I say Power Ravagers, there's a little smile on my face, and I think you guys can tell that by, I think you can tell that kind of thing, like when certain people talk and everything, if they have a smile on their face and stuff. But anywho's, let's go ahead and grab all the Power Ravagers here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Let's go. All right. Let's get this out of the way. Let's see if we can actually pull this off. I think we're going to be fine, honestly. I'm really not too concerned about this. Again, they all have pretty decent saddles, so again, nothing too crazy. Ravagers have a level. Okay, no big deal. We can deal with that in due time. Nope, that's an egg. Where? Oh, you're right there. I was like, where the hell'd you go? All right, neutral. All right, let's go in, guys. Yeah, I think we're fine. The damage output isn't too crazy. I mean, it's hitting for pretty decent numbers, but at the same time, so are we. So it's not even bloody yet. Alright. Starting to draw a little concern. Okay, it is starting to be bloody. Okay, good. Okay. Alright, come on, guys. Yep, seeing the blood now. Let's go. We gotta be pretty close at this point. Come on. There we go. Perfect. All right, now what did we actually get from this? We got ourselves the Alpha Rex trophy, got ourselves the tooth, an apprentice crossbow. Oh my god. And we got the trike helmet skin also. So nothing really good from these guys. Again, durability is a lot better on this one. This is a 320 that we already have durability-wise. This one's only 108. Weapon damage, 145 versus ours, which is 141. I would much rather the 141 with the better durability, if I'm going to be honest. But anyways, yeah, there's nothing too much more to this area. I didn't really see anything else. Again, we'll give this place time to slowly build up, and hopefully, eventually, it may start having some pretty good creatures for us. Now, of course, we could go through and basically just wipe everything. And when I mean wipe, I don't mean, like, doing a wipe or anything. I mean going through, killing everything with these guys, and then letting it just naturally respawn and everything. But I think for now, not the end of the world. We're just going to move on from this area. Ooh, you actually... Oh, God, you actually got really beat up. Speaking of which, you actually have a level. So let's go ahead and put that into healthy. No, you got pretty low. Now, your saddle is a 66. Okay. Definitely going to have to look these guys over because... Yeah, that actually got a lot closer than expected. This one's halfway. This one has a total of 7 levels. Jesus, this is definitely the one that got the kill. Let's go ahead. We'll pump that all into melee. Now, what I'm also doing, too, is, guys, you can see that their health is relatively low. I've went ahead, and any levels that they got on Carno Island, I went ahead and put that into the health. I want to have their health You guys know how I am. I like to basically have everything 7586.0, 1505.0, 972.0. I want full numbers. I know it's very weird. It's very strange. I don't know. It's one of those things. But anyways, basically what I've done is I've basically increased their health all the way up to 7586, essentially, which is why maybe a lot of this wasn't actually from the fight specifically. They might have just been really low to begin with. So, not entirely sure. We'll have to wait until eventually they all have full health again, and then we can go from there and see if it was legitimately a tough fight, or, you know, was it because I put in a ton of levels into the health specifically. I don't know. Now, unfortunately, we can't really stand the cold or anything like that, so we are going to be in the cold region very briefly. We're really just using it just to get across the map here, but this is naturally... Oh my god, look at you. What level are you? 20. Shit. Alright, let's move on. Naturally, this area does have a lot of Doedicruses, a lot of Ankys, stuff like that. The snow region's actually pretty good for them, I'm not gonna lie. The problem is, we just don't have anything to equip ourselves with to be able to withstand the cold. So, I think what we're gonna have to do is we're basically gonna have to do our best finding them in the maw, finding them in up on the mountains and stuff here. Maybe we'll go ahead and head to Giga Mountain too. Only reason is maybe to spot the Karka on this map and see exactly what we're working with here. Come on, don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. Come on, Maywing. There we go. Okay, we're starting to get out of this a little bit. Oh my god. This mountain is really annoying, I gotta say. But, alright, we'll head straight over to this area. Like I said, this I believe is called the Maw. And this area just has a ton of stuff going on. Now it's just a matter of seeing... Are there any Ankys in the area? Actually, over there. Is that an Anky? Nah, it's a Kentro. Okay. But yeah, if we take a look down here, there might be a good chance in finding something. Let's see. Nothing. Are you shitting me? Really? Nothing? Really? Nothing. Oh, we got a cool looking Argent. 80. No. Oh, by the way, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the previous episode or not. Something interesting. Sorry, guys. So I was second-guessing myself if I've actually talked about this or not. I haven't actually edited the previous episode that you guys have seen yet. So I don't know if I discussed this or not already. If I did, I apologize for repeating myself, but I found this kind of interesting. So obviously 2 episodes ago, we went ahead, we got ourselves our first Argents, and unfortunately we killed a 140 right away when we got over to Carno Island, right? And of course I made the little passing joke like, watch, that'll be like a female or something like that, you know? So sure enough, in editing, I literally broke it down frame by frame because there was a second that we were able to see exactly what it was. And if I still have the picture, and if I remember, I'm going to put it up on screen right now. Again, apologies if I have already gone over this for repeating myself. But, of course, yeah, the first one was a 140 female, which, honestly, if I took a few extra seconds, we would have had a mated pair. Oh, man. Well, it is what it is. No big deal. I guess, again, just like I mentioned before, it's kind of the game just telling us, listen, you're not going to get a mated pair. Let's be honest. I know this is a Anky episode, this is a Doedicrus episode, and yet all I'm looking for is Argents, because God, I really want to have a... Nope, those are Raptors. I really want to have a mated pair, but I think at this point, it's better to just kind of wait it out. Eventually, we'll be able to get over to Genesis, the snow biome, we'll be able to handle that, and that's when we'll finally get ourselves the X-Argents, and we'll do some breeding with those and everything. But anyways... Let's see. I'm not really seeing some Ankys. I'm really not seeing Doedicruses, Ankys, nothing. Again, we're kind of briefly hanging out at these places, so I think if I honestly... Hey, there we go. There's a Doedicrus. What level are you? Nope, 30. Nah. Now, I know we don't need a stupid high-level one, guys, because obviously they do all get weight reduction in their categories, so we don't necessarily need something really, really good. But at the same time, I mean... If I come across a 125, I might as well go for it, you know what I mean? As opposed to a 30, a 40, a 50, what have you. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. But let's see. Oh, God. Okay, there it is. I was going to say, let's see if the Karka or the Giga is here. What level are you? 15. All right. Oh, good talk. Oh, shoot. Okay, I thought I was already in flight. Oh, God. Oh, man. That could have been actually really bad. I know it probably wouldn't have... It's not like it would have killed the Maywing or anything. But, you know, it would have done a decent chunk of damage. Okay, so that's an 85. Why am I still looking for Argents? No. 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 So, guys, unfortunately, I've looked around the island. I cannot find a high-level Doedicurus or a high-level Anky. And I know I'm going to eat my words saying this, but we're going to head to a different map. So we're here at Red Obelisk. Now, I've went back to base at this point. I've decided to basically make a bed here just to make things a little bit easier. I do realize that I still have the Narcos on me, so let's take a quick trip back and drop those off. That's the good thing about having the Maywing here on the island. It's just so quick, especially having a base relatively close to the Obelisk too is always nice. But the fact that I can just... If I do forget anything at base or whatever, it's not that much of an inconvenience having to go back since... I mean, look, already from my rambling and everything, we're pretty much already back at base. And it's so quick using this guy. It's absolutely great. Let's go ahead. We'll drop this into you. And then I got to get a lot of organization going in this base. I'm kind of just throwing things everywhere at this point. And it's also a combination, too, of... Well, do we make it bigger? Do we just move to a different base location? Kind of what do we do? Do we wait till level 76 or whatever when we get access to, or maybe 75, when we get access to the vault? You know, I don't know. But anyways, yeah, guys, unfortunately, we are going to head over to another map. At this point, obviously, we all know custom maps do tend to have higher level spawns naturally, and, you know, it's going to be one of those things. We're going to head over to a custom map, and we're probably going to find these things in the next, like, 5 minutes, which is really sad, but at the same time, it is what it is. So let me go ahead. Let me get into the obelisk here, but we're going to go ahead and head over to Ragnarok. I personally really do like that map, and I know right in the starting area, there's that little jungle area that does actually have access and does spawn in both Doedicuruses and Ankys. So there's a chance, like I said, we can be there for 5 minutes and already find the two that we need. So we'll see what happens, of course, but I'm going to go ahead. Like I said, I'm going to put everything up in the obelisk. I'm wondering if... Now, you know what? Screw it. Oh, I brought the perfect along. Shit. All right, we'll leave you here. That actually works out a little bit better because I was thinking, you know, we probably should get another cryopod at base, but, well, now technically we do. Cool. All right. Let me keep putting this up. I will meet you guys over on Ragnarok. Alright guys, welcome to Ragnarok. And again, if this is your first time coming over to Ragnarok or anything, if you're new to ARK Survival Evolved, this is a great map, honestly. Now, of course, if your first time is playing ASA and you're still watching some ARK Survival Evolved content from me, well, thank you very much, first of all. But second, unfortunately, you're not going to have access to this yet, because all we have access to on ASA is, in fact, the island. So I gotta say, though, this is an incredible map. It is one of my favorites. Unfortunately, Fjordur has now become my favorite map, and that is saying something. I mean, Fjordur literally just came out, what, last year? So, you know, this is a really good map. Now, granted, it is outdated at this point. I'm really excited to see what they do on ASA with it, but nevertheless, this map is absolutely gorgeous. If you are coming over to Ragnarok, if you want an easy access to the terminal, always do Jungle 2. It literally puts you right there, right next to the obelisk. So, yeah, that's definitely a really good place to spawn in, especially if you want to just get your stuff and figure out your next move, essentially. But now that we got everything settled, let's see what we can find. Now, the region right in front of us, this jungle region, you can actually find Ankys and you can find Doedicuruses. So it's going to be really sad and really frustrating if we do find one in the next few minutes. But you guys know exactly that's how it's going to happen. It always seems to work out that way. Whenever I try to say, well, listen, let's hang out on the island, let's hang out on the story map, just because... you know, you want to stay on the same map, and usually it ends up biting you in the ass. But let's see what we can find. It is our first time in this area over on Ragnarok, so there is a chance that it's just going to take a little bit for things to start spawning in. Another thing about this region is it gets really dark in the shade, so got to keep our eyes peeled for Ankys and Doedicruses. But I know I could have technically decided to use the Maywing just to get around a little bit easier, but I feel like especially with the shade and everything like that here, it's just a little bit easier being on ground level in my opinion. But let me take a quick look around here and see what I can find. There's also another area. You know what? I think we'll head to the other area first just because it's a little sunnier. That'll also give this area a little more time to spawn in, get more dinos in, because, yeah, this is relatively low compared to what's traditionally showing up in this area. And I think in order to do that, to get to the other area, rather, I think we just take this right here, make a right. Yeah, and I think we follow this path, essentially, and it brings us out into this opening. Yeah, okay. All right, yeah, this is pretty much the area. Maybe a little bit further down is kind of where I was looking, but the gist is we're out in the sun, we're out in the open. We should be able to find these things relatively quickly if they are here or not. All right, I think I saw, and I did, our first Anky sighting. All right, moment of truth, guys. Yeah, it would happen, wouldn't it? All right, well, I guess we're getting Ankys to breed. I mean, we might as well. They're both right here. It doesn't make sense not to at this point. We do have the Equus, of course. The Equus can technically knock them out if need be, which I think we're going to start out by doing that, if I'm going to be honest. That might actually work out a little bit better for us. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably going to start going on the run relatively soon. I'm trying to take my time between hits, just so that torpor can build up. I don't know how quick it is with the Equus. Look, it's already on the run. And it's out. Oh my god. All right, now we got you. You shouldn't take too long either. All right, come on, buddy. Get you down here, away from stuff. Let's see, do you still have mate boost on or no? You don't, good. Okay. All right, so you're bugged out right now, which is actually pretty good. I was gonna say, and you're out. Come on, we're almost there. And you're out. Okay, so we got a 140, we have a 130. Awesome in that sense, of course. Literally been here for, based on recording, 6 minutes and 11 seconds. So ridiculous. Oh my god. It's almost like, I don't want this to sound bad or anything, because of course, again, I'm eating my words, and it is what it is, guys, but it's almost, what the hell's the point of hanging out on the island? Let's be honest. Like, obviously we have the boss fights, we have all that kind of stuff to do, but like, for taming-wise, what the hell's the point in hanging out on the island, struggling, trying to find this dino, when literally all I have to do is just come over to, like, Ragnarok or something like that, in 6 minutes, I've already found the freaking Ankys. I was over on the island for like 45 minutes trying to find crap, and I couldn't find anything. You know, it's like, I don't know. Maybe I have to just reevaluate this series and, like, we'll hang out on the island, but whenever we have to tame something, unless we see it on the island, I'm not going to struggle, guys. I think I'm probably just going to say screw it. I know it's, you know, I don't know. I get this weird feeling that it's not, how do I put it, the proper way of playing. I know that sounds kind of weird because, again, it's ARK. You can do whatever the hell you want in this game, but, like, I don't know. I guess I try to have this purist attitude with it, and yet it ends up just biting me in the ass. Let's be honest. But I think what we're going to do now is we're actually going to head over to the other side of the map at this point. I think we're going to head over to kind of where the volcano and everything is, because I know there's Doedicruses over there, because I wasn't seeing any in the area that we were just in. So I'm hoping to come across a few there, and I think, oh, we got to go this way, actually. That's right, it's just past the castle. Okay. But I think we'll find a Doedicrus over there in the next few minutes, and what's good is, as we're knocking out the Doedicrus, the Anky's the food situation over with the Anky's is going down. So eventually they'll be ready to eat. And then pretty much we'll just do a quick little back and forth. We'll get everyone and we'll head back to the island, basically. But again, the only reason why, guys, I am going for breeding with the Anky's, obviously that wasn't the original intention, but it's a male and a female sitting right next to each other. I mean, it's almost stupid not to at that point, especially if I have the resources for it, because of course I do. You know, it doesn't make sense not to at that point. I think you guys can understand that. But anyways, I love this portion of Ragnarok. I don't know what it is. It kind of gives me this weird, like... And by the way, guys, I've never been to this area or anything like that, but, like, it reminds me... I don't know why I get this weird feeling of, like, Colorado or, like... I don't know, like, Rocky Mountains kind of vibe with this area. Granted, I've never been there in my entire life, so I don't have a first-hand, I don't know, but, like... I don't know, it just looks... I always stop and just look at this area and go like, oh, man, this looks cool. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is. But anyways, we're going to head right over to this region right here, right next to the watch. You know what? Fuck it. Let's check it. That's going to be a female, like... No, it's not. Thank God. Okay. Because I'm starting to also regret even looking at it, but it did say Mapu, so let's take a quick look and see if we can find that second one, because why the hell not? Now, was that a male or a female? That's a female. Okay, so watch. You'll be the 150. No, you're 90. Okay. Okay. Anyways, let's take a look in this region. There do tend to be Doedicruses here. There's also Anky's here, too, and honestly, I was even thinking about coming here just straight to start with, but... It is what it is. We have our Anky's. Now we just got to get a Doedicrus. Maybe two, depending on how they spawn in. If we get a male and female, similar to the Anky situation. That'll be kind of funny. Starting out this episode saying, we're going to be on the island. We're not going to get breeding pairs. And we're going to wrap up this episode on a different map. We're also going to wrap it up with literally having both a male and a female Doedicrus and a male and a female Anky. Oh my god. And I'm going to look at an Argent again. Okay. I just had to look, didn't I? We could go for it. Alright. Let's keep that in the back of our minds. We could go for that, though. Now, there's another one right there. What level's the other one? 20. I'm not going to even think about the Argent yet, although it is a 145, and of course I'm leaving it there. I'm not even thinking about an Argent until we have at least a Doedicrus knocked out. That was the whole mission for today. Let's get a friggin' Doedicrus and a Anky. And sure enough, I couldn't stop looking. I mean, guys, obviously I'm not going to show off every time, but any Argent I saw, I literally stopped and took a quick look just to see. But... yeah, where the hell? I have not seen a damn Doedicrus out here, and I feel like this is where I've always seen them. Ugh. Alright, where else could they be? I mean, maybe I'll just head back to the region that we were just in. I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, I think that's what we're actually going to do. I know another spot, actually, that I've seen a Doedicrus or two. I guess we'll check that out first. No, we won't. That's actually pretty far. And plus, it's kind of where the wyverns are, and I don't know if I want to head over to that area just yet. So, you know what? I think we'll go back to the original area and see if maybe some new stuff has spawned in, stuff like that. I feel like they would be in this area, though, right? Like... it's actually a little rocky and stuff over here, and, like, they're usually in the mountainous regions. They gotta be here, right? I don't know. I don't know. Oh my god, finally! The first Doedicrus that I'm finding on Ragnarok is so far away. Holy crap. Level 100. No, I'm not going to go for it. I know that's surprising because it's the first one I've seen, but I think at this point, guys, we're actually going to head to the desert, which is the area that I know we're going to find him at. I just really didn't want to have to have one dino on one side of the map, the other on the other side of the map, but at this point, it is what it is, guys. We'll have to see what we can find, but I think it's going to be a relatively easy trip here. Another thing we're going to check out is some of the loot drops here, because we do have... What level are we? 70... Ooh, we might not have access to them. I think it's 75 gives you access to the deep sea loot crates. Now, we'll take a look and see. We'll definitely verify that while we're over here in the desert, but this should be relatively quick, I'm not going to lie. And the good news is the Ankys aren't too bad right now either. Yeah, unconscious level's still going down, but at the same time, it's nothing too crazy. We'll be able to get back to them, no problem. At this point, I'm even thinking, guys, well, while we're over here, why don't we just get the friggin' mammoth while we're at it, too? I mean, we already have the two, you know. We're gonna have to wait a while for the Doedicruses anyways. 145 male, perfect. That's exactly what I want. Okay, done. Here we are. Let's get Tony out. All right, that's exactly what I needed. Now, we gotta be a little careful with this because, you know what? I could actually use the kick if it does go unconscious. So you know what? Let's start out with some shots first. I gotta say, I like the colors on this one, too. Yeah, I noticed you a second ago. Let me get rid of you relatively quickly. Alright, where did our little buddy go? There he is, okay. Oh. Alright, let's get back to this. Hoping that torpor hasn't dropped too much. You know what, at the same time, I really don't want to drag you too far from this place. This place is relatively safe right now. So if I can keep you here, that might not be the worst thing in the world. Oh god, I missed him. Oh god. No, not dealing with you. So the worst part is I didn't actually kill it. That's annoying. Yeah, I don't know where it went. Shoot. Alright, let's continue this, though. Hopefully... Oh, my God. Really? Oh, my God. Okay, what is going on? Seriously. There we go. Alrighty, on the run yet? No. Not gonna lie, I'm very surprised that this thing is still running at me. I'm surprised it's still in aggro. Come on. There we go, okay. Alright, now we gotta take this nice and slow here. We don't want to end up balling up. I don't want you going this way. Don't go this way, don't go this way. Don't go this way. Don't. Yeah, go any way but that way. Thank you. Come on, knockout. Come on. Right here would be perfect. Come on. And it's out. Sweet. Okay. Let's take a quick look at the stats anyways with this guy. 4590 in health, 780 stam, 365 weight, 180 melee. Now, we didn't check out the other ones. I know it really doesn't matter with these guys what their levels are and all that kind of stuff, but it is what it is. No big deal. All right, let's go ahead. Let's head back to the first ones because we do have to feed them. I have a total of 98 mejoberries. Now, that might work. We probably will need to get a little bit more. You know what? Screw it. Let's do this. Let's get Tony out right now. Let's see if we can get about 400. You know what? Let's see if we can get about 600 measures. We're going to put 200 on each of them. And I think for this episode, we're not going to go ahead and get the mammoth just yet. I want to be able to survive the coal regions before even attempting that. So, yeah, I think just getting 2 out of the 3 won't be too shabby for this one. Funny enough, while I was actually getting the measure berries, I actually realized we're on 5 times taming. It's going to be more than enough. So far, this thing has only eaten 2 berries, and it's at 4.7, so roughly 2%. We should be totally fine with everything here. Now, where's that Lamantria for a second? I don't know. Do we have a Lamantria saddle or not? No, it doesn't matter. It's a level 50. Okay. Well, we'll leave this guy here. He should be totally okay. It's not like this region is too bad. Plus, if we don't come back to this area until it's ready to be tamed, or until it's tamed, rather, we should be totally fine there. Now, what is going to be the best way in getting back? Probably head out to the ocean and then kind of make the turn. I could do a little bit of a shortcut going this way, but yeah, this is wyvern territory, so I don't know if I want to do that. I know we get the Maywing, it's relatively quick, but, you know, one poison attack can totally just kill us right on the spot, so yeah, let's go ahead. We'll take the longer way, but ultimately we'll get back to the Ankies, we'll give them some berries, and then we'll go from there, guys. Oh my god, that could have been really close. Oh my god, it's eating it. No. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna hit the Anky too. It is what it is. Oh no. Well, I guess we're not getting a mated pair. Let's hope the 130's not getting attacked. Okay, the 130 should be fine. Oh, that was so annoying. No, oh my god, there's another one? Jesus, there's like 9. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Okay, there we go. What the hell? Jesus, how many were there? Okay. We obviously just killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I counted you. There were more than 5, though. Oh my god. 6. There's another body over there. Jesus Christ. Alright, well. I guess we're only getting 1 Anky for today's episode. Alright, it is what it is, you know. I kind of wish they attacked this one, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, man. Alright, it is what it is. This thing's gonna need a while. Obviously, the Doedicarus is gonna need a while, too. Very annoying. Hey, there we go. Anky is ours. Okay, let's have a quick look. So it did end up with 194, which is a perfect tame. Looking at 5180 in health, 595 stam, 375 weight, and 327 melee. Now, of course, the only stat we're really going to look at and the only stat we're really going to pump is going to be the weight. We may eventually pump melee into the equation, but for now, really just the weight is the big focus at that point. But let's go ahead, let's cryo you up. Now, of course, we do have to wait on the Doedicarus at this point, and of course, it is unfortunate that we did not get the male. It would be nice to be able to breed these guys, but it is what it is at the end of the day. Now, let's head all the way back over to the desert at this point. And obviously, guys, even though we got back to the Ankies and they were relatively close to taming, it still was about 10 minutes, I want to say. And it got me thinking a few things, which, first of all, we're not going to go back and get that Argent. I know there's going to be people in the comments saying, well, why not? You saw it, whatever. You know what? I think it's going to be a little more poetic that we're not going to breed them. We're actually not going to breed the normal Argents. We're going to wait until we get ourselves better fur armor, stuff like that, so we're able to handle the snow biome, and then at that point, we'll go ahead and... Oh my god, did it actually just drop an egg? Oh my god. I don't know if I'm going to be able to zoom it in so you guys could see that, but yeah, it legitimately just dropped an egg. I've never seen that before. Obviously, with flyers and stuff, they'll obviously poop once in a while as they're flying, but I've never seen an egg just completely drop out of this thing. Anyways, very funny there, but I think it's going to be a little more poetic for us to basically get to the point that we will be able to handle the colder biomes and stuff like that. And then at that point, not only will we be going for X Argents and stuff like that, and then focus on breeding and all that, because yes, we could go ahead and breed the normal Argent, but let's be honest, at the end of the day... Oh god, this is the dragon biome. No, this is the wyvern area. Oh my god, I wasn't thinking for a second. But I think at the end of the day, it's going to be a little bit better doing it that way, because we're going to go ahead, we're going to breed this thing, we're going to get the best stats we can on the regular Argent, and then it's going to be kind of kicked to the curb when we do get an X Argent. And I don't know, I kind of look at it as we're going to be wasting all that time breeding for essentially, not nothing, but at the end of the day, kind of nothing? I don't know. Let me know your guys' thoughts, though. Maybe I'll change my mind on that. But with that being said, I'm not going to go ahead and get the mammoth in today's episode either, because, again, we can't handle the snow biome. I'm not going to bother going for that kind of stuff until we have the necessary equipment, necessary armor to be able to do so. Now, Doedicurus still needs a while. We'll let it sit there and everything. Is that another one? That's another one. What level are you? Oh my god, watch. You're going to be a high level, too. Are you shitting me? Are you actually kidding me? Ours is a 145 male, isn't it? Yeah, we're gonna go for it. Come on. And it's out. 145 female, 145 male. Do we want to look at the stats? No, we're not going to attempt ourselves. We're going to go ahead. We're going to wait for both of these to wake up. And then at that point, we'll check out the stats and everything. But guys, oh man, that took a lot. We only have a total of 10 arrows, or 11 arrows rather, left. Not a lot to work with here, but at the same time, we finally get a mated pair. Hopefully, maybe. I mean, I said that last time, and, you know, obviously we ended up losing the friggin' Anky, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to hang out here. I'm not going to leave the area at this point. I'll kind of just leave them to right here. We'll kind of stand in the middle of them, just so we can see what's going on at all times. There we go. First Doedicurus is ours. Now, unfortunately, it did lose a level, but let's have a quick look at the stats. Really excited to check this out here. 5661 in health, 1080 stam, 405 in weight, and 274 melee. Now, again, like I mentioned with the Anky, not really focused too much on the melee. Yeah, we might put a few levels into that, but the big focus is the weight specifically. And the good news with the Doedicurus is we're waiting on the female. The female needs a little more time, but hopefully we'll be able to get that. We'll start kind of breeding. We might have to leave breeding for the next episode, if I'm going to be honest. But at least we will have a breeding pair, so we can kind of go down that route in a little bit. But anyways, let's hang out. Let's wait for the female. It's going to take a little bit, currently at 35%. Most likely, I will see you guys in the morning, honestly, because again, it's going to take a little bit. It's definitely going to take a little bit. So once the Doedicurus is up, I'll bring you guys back, and yeah, we'll check out her stats. And there we go. Guys, the next Doedicurus is ready to go. Let's take a quick look at the stats. Yes, it did end up losing a level, but looking everything over, we have 6120 in health, 1230 stam, 395 in weight, and 292 melee. Now, from what I remember with the male, this one has better health at 6120. I believe this one has better stam at 1230. I want to say the male had the better in weight, which it does at 405. And then finally, this one has the better melee. So it's going to be interesting breeding these guys. I'm going to be honest. I think we're going to end up getting a pretty damn good Doedicurus, if I don't say so myself. But at this point, guys, oh my god, I thought I saw something coming in at the corner of my eye. Oh my god. Alright, let's get back on fluffs before I scare the crap out of myself. Guys, I am going to wrap up the episode here. Of course, we do have to make our way back to the island and everything, but I think what I'm actually going to end up doing is, in the next episode, we're going to focus on breeding the Doedicuruses. We'll probably also take the new Anky out for a spin, start collecting metal that way, because again, still on the fence about using that long neck. I know the durability is pretty bad, but I'm kind of thinking, well, we could go the Mind Wipe tonic route, put all of that into crafting, and we might actually end up getting a really good one. You guys will have to give me your thoughts down below, but guys, that is going to wrap up this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, take a second, make sure to smash that like button. On top of that, if you guys are enjoying the ARK content, you're excited for ARK Survival Ascended content, once it finally shows up to console, whenever the hell that's going to be, I don't know, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. But guys, that is going to wrap up this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.